Hey, so I've read some funny manga. One Punch Man, Prison School, Komi Can't Communicate. These series are hilarious. But what is the most funniest? What is the funniest manga that there is? I myself have tried to answer this question, and in my search, there's been one series that has continuously popped up, and I'm talking about Grand Blue Dreaming. People have said that this is the funniest manga series of all time, but is it really though? So as a comedy genius myself, I decided I would try this series out for myself and decide, is it really the funniest manga, or is it even that funny? So Grand Blue Dreaming, I don't know a whole bunch about it. I know it's about like a scuba diving shop and that it's funny, and that's basically it. I've heard it been talked about it before, but with a title such as like the world's funniest manga, I decided I wouldn't pay too much attention to what other people were saying about the series and just experience it for myself. Now, am I expecting this to be the funniest manga ever? No, not at all. Comedy is subjective, but I am excited to read this because it's gotta be kind of funny at least, right? If it's praised so much for being funny, like that praise gotta come from somewhere. Something about this has to be doing right. But I am gonna start off reading this, and I'll give you guys my genuine thoughts and reactions and first impressions of Grand Blue Dreaming. Fingers crossed, is it gonna make me laugh? I don't know. But let's find out. So dumb. Okay, so hang on, the lighting sucks in here. There we go, that's a little bit better. So I just finished reading volume 1 of Grand Blue Dreaming. Where do I even begin? Already from like the first 50 pages, I was so unsure about the series. Main character, whose name eludes me. Oh, Iori. Okay, so Iori, who is a minor, gets forcefully fed? He's forced to drink. He hasn't consented, and he's being forced to drink alcohol, and he's underage. I don't know about that one, Chief. And then he also gets like bummed out when he's told that he probably won't be able to date his cousins. What? But not only that, but the reason he won't be able to date his cousins is because one of his cousins has a sister complex. What? So just from the very get-go, I was like, okay, I'm not sure about this. Hopefully it gets better because I got a bunch of volumes to get through. And it did get better. I obviously won't judge the whole series based off the first volume. Is it the funniest ever? No. There wasn't anything I really laughed out loud at, but it did get better from my first impression. There was a whole sequence where his buds were trying to decorate his room. I thought that was hilarious. Just that whole chapter or the whole sequence or whatever. That was really funny. I like that part. There's a lot of jokes that were just like overplayed, like the whole drinking thing. Like, yeah, we get it. Maybe there was like one time I thought that joke was funny, but they kept repeating it and repeating it. I get it. I get the joke. But I don't know, maybe some people really like that. Towards the end of the volume, when they actually started getting into like the diving stuff, I thought that was pretty cool. But it did get better. I did start to enjoy it a little bit more after that initial part. One thing that I really liked, the art. The art looks all right. It's nothing spectacular. But then, so you're reading along, the art's fine, it's whatever, and then it just changes. And it's like, whoa, what the heck just happened? It gets really detailed and there's like some amazing facial expressions. It really sets like the comedic tone, I think. And from my experience, usually as the series goes on, the art just gets better and better. So I'm excited to see where it ends up a few volumes down the line. I'm gonna go ahead and read volumes 2 and 3 and let you know what I think about that. Hi, it's been a couple days since I recorded that first part of the video. It's so freaking cold. This would be like a really good summertime manga, but I'm reading it in the middle of winter for some reason. I read the first half of volume 2 like the day before yesterday, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'm so bored. I've been putting it off because I don't want to keep going. I don't know, the jokes have been like so overdone, and I'm only in volume 2. Fingers crossed, maybe it gets better. I'm gonna push myself and read some more, no matter what. All right, so here we go, I'm gonna keep reading. Okay, so I finished reading Grand Blue Dreaming volumes 1, 2, and 3. And I've had just a little bit of time to think about it. So I'm about to talk about this manga. And I want you to just keep one thing in mind. This is not a bad manga. Okay, keep that in mind. Let me talk about it. Oh, where do I even start? Okay, so Grand Blue Dreaming, it doesn't stand out to me at least. I was really unmotivated to get back into it and continue reading earlier, but it did get better. And after thinking about it for some time, I think the manga's biggest downfall is that it doesn't have like a clear goal. Like the main character doesn't have a clear ambition. There's nothing we're really working towards. There are little things we're working towards. Like for example, in the first volume when they were trying to decorate his room, I really like that part. Or in the third volume when they were playing a tennis match, like we had goals then. And I think those are like the best parts of the manga. But when we're not working towards anything, the manga's like only relying on its jokes. And if you don't find the humor in that funny, you're kind of out of luck because there's not much else going on for you. Like for a manga about diving, you would think that there would be more diving in the story. And when they do diving stuff, it's really cool. I think the chaos RAIAN girls play music more than the people in Grand Blue Dreaming go diving. And that's saying something. I think this manga just really relies heavily on its humor. For me, Grand Blue Dreaming is full of mostly misses. There's a few good jokes in there, but I mean, like getting drunk and taking your clothes off, you can only do that so many times. Man, if you've not read Grand Blue Dreaming, you have no idea what I'm talking about. I can't help but compare Grand Blue Dreaming to Prison School. I can't help but compare the two because of the conclusions and the solutions to problems that the characters come to. It's just ridiculous, and that can be really funny sometimes. But when Prison School, when the jokes miss for you, the first part of Prison School, the characters are trying to escape from the prison. But in Grand Blue Dreaming, there's not really anything like that. They're just kind of there having a fun time. So would I recommend Grand Blue Dreaming? Here's what I'll say. I'll recommend you try out the first volume. Now keep in mind, I've only read the first 3 volumes. First volume was definitely my favorite, the second one being my least favorite. Volume 1 kind of has a mix of everything in here. I think it shows you the best and the worst of the series. Again, based on the 3 volumes that I've read. If you read the first volume and you thought it was really funny, then go ahead and keep reading. But if you read the first volume and you're not that into it, there's probably not much else for you. Also, if you're not into fan service, stay away from the series. There's a lot of it, but like I'm sure you could tell that just by the covers. And there's all types of fan service in here, so it's got something for whatever you're into, I guess. Personally, I'm gonna keep reading. I'm not like huge about the series or anything, but I am interested to see where it goes, and I'm like fingers crossed hoping it gets a lot better. That, and I've already fought up to volume 13. I didn't follow my own rule of 3. Oops. Okay, so that was Grand Blue Dreaming. Let me know in the comments if you've read Grand Blue Dreaming. What did you think of it? Also, let me know, what do you think is the funniest manga of all time? I'm still on my quest to find the funniest, because I know that there's funny manga out there. So thank you so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button to be notified every time I upload a new video. Make sure to use the affiliate links if you're shopping online for manga. I'll leave links to Grand Blue Dreaming online. Thank you so much to the people who have been using the affiliate links. Once again, thank you so much for watching. I'm Ryan, and bye.